Good afternoon, Zimbabweans. I greet you all, and today I'm going to give my response as a citizen of Zimbabwe to the Bishops' Council concerning their pastoral letter they wrote to the government. So I'm just responding as a Zimbabwean in the same way the Bishops' Council decided to issue a letter to the government, and I would like to appreciate the Bishops' Council for showing an interest that they intend to contribute towards development, towards attaining of peace in this country. This is a welcome development when we have spiritual fathers taking that route. It guarantees us that as Zimbabweans we have people who are willing to see a developed Zimbabwe. So in opening my address, unlike what the Archbishop did, he started his letter by quoting an American guy, but I will start by quoting a Bible verse from Ephesians 4 verse 29, which says, "Let no dirt and foul language come from your mouth, but only good and helpful, so that it gives grace to those who hear." By this I pray that my words will bring peace unto the Archbishop himself, the Bishops' Council, as well as the entire nation of Zimbabwe. As a Christian myself and a member of the Zimbabwe Citizens Forum, I am reading this petition in response to the pastoral, which is rather a political letter that I saw as inciting the public to rebel against the government. Rebellion by its nature is littered with bloodshed, and Zimbabwe cannot be forced into a situation like that one of Rwanda. I am not sure if during this genocide, which the Archbishop himself wishes to happen, you will be spared if it happens. Zimbabwe was born out of a protracted struggle and endured sad disturbances such as the Gukura Hundi, among others. And currently Zimbabwe is experiencing hardships due to the imposition of sanctions by the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and the European Union that have brought massive suffering on Zimbabweans, including the Roman Catholic members. If you look at buildings for the Roman Catholic Church, they are in a sorry state across the country. In fact, they resemble ghost houses or abandoned graveyards because of neglect by the Catholic Church. Back then, when Roman Catholic was still a church of choice, with respected and spiritual leaders like Father Emilian Schmid, a German national who was a missionary in Zimbabwe operating in Chiruman's area, and some like Father Mkonori, Father Ribeiro, many people were flocking to that church. We grew up seeing the pride of Roman Catholic Church. But nowadays, many people are leaving the church for other new and better churches because Roman Catholic has chosen a different path, which is against promoting peace, unity, and stability. Roman Catholic Church of the past was so good. It was dear, it was nice. The current one, under the leadership of the current Archbishop and the entire Bishops' Council, is proving to be otherwise. Archbishop, when was last the construction of a new Roman Catholic church or a building or a hospital? Undisputedly, a number of church buildings are from the pre-colonial era, and even the shape of the structures can prove it. This is how you have destroyed our church, by involving yourself in politics. At one point, we felt that the exit of the adulterous and highly political Pius Ngwe was a refreshing start to the aspirations of Roman Catholics, whose future was doomed because the church was gradually being turned to a political party. Here you can see a Roman Catholic church which is in a sorry state. In some areas, people are even decide maybe to abandon church services during rainy season because the churches no longer have intact roof. What better neglect of a church than this? But we have gathered the courage to attack a new dispensation which is less than 5 years old, whereas Roman Catholic Church is more than thousands of years old, but still fail to modernize even a single church building. Where are the church funds going? Under the leadership of the Bishop's Council. The other church building in Murewa is in a sorry state. In Rushinga, Marymount Mission School was closed way back. Even performance at schools academically has fallen dismally. The same case with Roman Catholic Hospital. We grew up respecting for their quality service, their entire state. Recently we witnessed the donations at Msame Hospital by ZANU-PF youth. Hospital staff at Msame Hospital admitted that they didn't have a single infrared thermometer. But in these tough times of COVID-19 pandemic, St. Lucy's Guguta Primary School in Chiwota is another example. Roman Catholic Church Temple in Marondra West constituency, Ward 13 Chirenji, is now a case to associate with. All buildings are on collapse due to neglect by Roman Catholic, or maybe it's the last kicks of a dying horse, a church on the verge of collapse. If ever people are going to march, they must do so against the Roman Catholic, particularly the Archbishop and the entire Bishop's Council, for presiding over a collapsing church. The current Roman Catholic Church leadership could be the worst ever because of how they've neglected their mandate of converting the world to the church. Now that they've missed the mandate, they now decide to incite and expose those unrepentant people to genocide so that they die. Well, but they were supposed to have converted them. But Archbishop, war respects no tribe, boundary, sex, age, color, or creed. Therefore, sober members of the Catholic Church and myself, a member of the Zimbabwe Citizens Forum, demands that you withdraw that wizardry pastoral letter, in fact a political statement, that is if you truly stand for humanity. Thereafter, we demand an apology to the people of Zimbabwe for attempting to expose them to genocide by misleading them into a bloody conflict. It's surprising that I haven't seen your pastoral statement against illegal sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe. You haven't yet released a pastoral statement on the attempted assassination of the President of Zimbabwe, his deputies, some ministers. You never agitated for a march against that attempted assassination. Why such high-sounding silence on national disasters, such as Cyclone Idai, and even on the current drought in our country? I haven't yet heard you condemning sexual abuse of young boys at the Vatican. Archbishop, why do you look at the speck in one's eye but you don't notice the log in your own eye? We wait to hear your pastoral statement on xenophobia. So who do you stand for if you stand against the nation of Zimbabwe? Who are you backing between Zimbabwe and the ruthless Westerners? Therefore, Archbishop, I request you to come out in the open and join active politics than hiding behind the religious garb. Lastly, I urge you to do a short documentary on the state of Roman Catholic buildings. These are schools, churches, hospitals, priests' houses, and see how you have destroyed the church by neglecting it and opting to be a political commentator or rather a political player in Zimbabwe. I thank you.